Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Friends Come Feast. I'm your host Adam. Today we're going to be doing chicken quesadilla with bacon. And so what I'm going to be doing is describing the different types of way we're going to cut. I'm going to show you how to make it. We're going to have homemade guacamole. I'm going to make some homemade chips. I'm going to show you guys how to do all this. So first off, I want to talk about the menu and what it consists of and the price wise. Like I said, I was going to try to do everything designed for a family of four. So what I went and got was the basic ingredients for the chicken quesadilla. Of course, you're going to need your chicken, your cheese, you need your bacon. I went and got some good applewood bacon, cooked that off. Tortillas, I like flour. They just press better, and I'll explain that later. But I wrote down the list of the prices and things, so you could get a budget of what you need to do. Like I said, this is a family of four, and the bacon that I bought isn't only for today, but it's also going to be for a future meal that I'm going to do. So I got the cheese, bought a bag of cheese. I did jack and pepper jack. It's your preference on whatever you would like. I did just got a bag. So it was $1.80. I got a pint of sour cream, or a pound. I'm sorry. I got the pound for $2.50. The tortilla shells. Love me some Chi-Chi's. So Chi-Chi's kind, 3 for $5. So I went ahead and got that. The bacon was $5, but like I said, it's good bacon, and I get more than one use out of it, so I count that as multiple meals. Got $1 for the lemon. I paid 45 cents for the limes. The avocados, they were $1.50 a piece. Spent 45 cents on a wild onion. Go over what I did is bought the ingredients for guacamole, for chips and dip, while you guys are waiting on the quesadillas to be finished. So the chicken's going to take the longest, 10 to 12 minutes. I bake it on 350 for aim for 10. I checked it at 10. I needed like another minute or two. I went ahead and turned the oven off because it still had enough heat to finish the process. So right now what I'm going to do is get a piece of chicken out, and when I buy chicken for stuff like this, I buy the strips, the tenders that they have. You just take your knife. You always want to just go ahead and get those tendons out of the way. They're not really chewy. And then you can just cut it however you want. It's dependent on you, because what's going to happen anyways is you're going to shred the chicken. You're going to cut it up into small pieces, so after you cook it, it's going to be fully cooked, and then you're just going to want to cut it into the pieces that you want, and it's really nice if you have a really sharp knife. It takes a lot of pressure off. If you're looking like it's cutting, hold it the way you're supposed to hold it, and that's of course after the fact, and it's all together. That stupid tendon, I hate stuff like that. That's why I said clean the chicken. And so then you'll have a piece like that. You lay it on a baking tray with some tin foil, and I use backyard seasoning, touch of salt, and then put it in the oven, like I said, 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. And so you'll get that ready to go, and then you'll put that in the oven. Pause it. Alright, so once you get the chicken in the oven, like I said, you gotta tell yourself you got about 8 to 10 minutes. So while you're doing that, you're going to make the guacamole and chips, not only for just yourself to snack on, because I know I get fucking hungry around here, especially if you have an adult beverage while you're doing it. You get start making the chips. What I'll do is get your knife. I take a tortilla, and I just kind of cut it into eighths like this and such. And then just take these over to the stove, and I have some oil over here. Got some oil over here. You put it on high, 8, and then as you put it in there and it's warm, you'll get that nice golden brown color. Alright. So after you get them all nice and brown, golden brown, take a little kosher salt, Got the chips ready. Come back over to the counter over here. And you get your avocados. You cut them in half. Take out the seed in the middle. You scoop it out. You get 2 limes and a lemon. Cut those in half. Squeeze it in. And then with your white onion, I always like to use my paring knife. Hold the knife right. And you want to do, it's called a mince cut. It's just small, thin strips, as small as you can get. Just be careful. I take my knife, cut it sideways, and then again, very small, thin cuts. And that's a mince. It can be very smaller. It's totally up to you. And I take that onion and I go ahead and get over here and mix all that up in this bowl. Mix it all together. You have the appropriate salt, the kosher salt like I had mentioned. Some like it creamy, some like it thick. Just depends on what your preference is. And then, when you got your chips done, you have salt over here. Homemade guacamole. It's phenomenal. So good. So, now that that's done, you're going to want to cook your bacon for your quesadillas. So, what you do is cook your bacon to the appropriate crisp, or whatever you want, just depending on how you want it. You can hand crunch it if you want it crunchy enough. You can cut it like this, just depending on what you like. After that's done, check on your chicken. Pull your chicken out of the oven. You're gonna get the biggest piece, cut it in the middle. Check for consistency. Nice and white. It's supposed to be. No problem. So good. So now, your bacon's done, your chicken's done. Time to make the quesadilla. So, I like to just use the same pan as I did the bacon in. Just wipe it out. You still want to keep a little of that grease in there because I think potentially it gives flavor to the tortilla. So there's not going to be a whole lot of oil, or it's not going to be wet when you get it in. It's going to be nice and crunchy. So you take the cheese that you bought. And like I said, I used cheddar jack. And it's just the appropriate amount that you want. Whatever you would like. I know some people like it cheesy, some people don't.
You just got that on medium heat?
We're looking at number 6 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, it's just however fast or however hot you want to get it. And so you keep that on, and then once your cheese starts to melt is when the time to place the chicken and the bacon on. So you come back over here to get that chicken. Remember I explained earlier in the video that it'll be shredded or cut, or however you'd like to pull that apart. So you get enough here. And I think this will suffice for one. You want to cut it the same way, however you want. This is all on your preference. I'm just showing you easy ways. And you take your chicken and put it halfway in. You can add a little more if you like. Same thing. And the bacon. That crunch. I love just tearing into the crunch.
And then me, because it is me, I am a fan favorite. Gotta have some hot sauce. Not too much, just a little. You're just gonna give it that touch of spice, little kick, and you can use whatever your preference is. Put that on there. The cheese is starting to melt, as you can see on the bottom layer here. So not only is it cooking the tortilla, but it's also the cheese. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. I can't wait. I can't wait. Get your little spatula. Me, I'm gonna be genius here. I'll use my fish flipper.
Not everybody's got one though.
Yeah, a nice spatula, something that's not too flimsy, not too hard. Something that'll lift something heavy. That cheese is just melting in there. So what we'll do here is we'll flip it over. Push it down a little bit. Let that melt. Remember, you got that little bit of that bacon flavor that's been cooked in there.
That's huge.
Let it go for a few minutes, and then we'll get a plate ready.
The sour cream.
Once you get that plate ready, check on your quesadilla again and make sure everything is still nice and golden brown, melting and coming together. Get that fish flipper over, turn her over. Ooh, ooh. See that nice color that I was just talking about? What's it been, like a minute and a half? So all this is fairly simple. The amount of time, the longest thing that's taken you so far to make this meal has been the chicken. Like I said, it took about 10 minutes for it to come out. So then you just wait, you get that nice golden color. Nice and melted. Take it back to your cutting board over here. And you just watch the cheese just come out. So then you cut that. Look at that. And like I said, it only takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes most to do all this work. Folks, there you go. Alright, well, thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. If you have comments or questions or anything like that, suggestions, leave it on the page. I'm also going to share this to Facebook, so you can also message me there. Like I said, if you have ideas, I'm going to try to do a meal a day, so continue watching, and thank you for your support.